Well, Elizabeth and Peter's restaurant was a local institution, so well known it was frequented by prime ministers and sports stars for 45 years. In that time, it survived downturns, lockdowns, recessions and renovations. What finally broke it? Council.
Financially, it's destroyed us.
Elizabeth's pride and joy now ripped away by council.
They got the benefit and we're just left on the scrap heap. That's how I feel.
A seafood institution on the water's edge, Lasanne's restaurant in Sydney has been a beacon of fine dining since 1980. Visited by former and current Prime Ministers like Gough Whitlam, Paul Keating and Anthony Albanese, to sporting stars like the late Argentinian football player Diego Maradona, who held this press conference in the restaurant in 1993.
It was our passion, and for 45 years we enjoyed and loved what we did.
Elizabeth and her husband Peter Antonopoulos poured their heart and soul and more than $8 million into creating a destination for seafood lovers. But now they've been locked out by their landlord because of a dispute over repairs.
My husband went down to the restaurant. He walked into the kitchen and the kitchen floor was flooded with fat and water.
Their landlord is Bayside Council, and despite repeatedly asking for them to fix the problems, it went for more of a band-aid approach.
There was water damage from where the ceiling collapsed, but they hid that from us. And the thing is, they still expected us to pay the rent.
Council removed the ceiling in the bar, leaving exposed wires. Fat was left leaking from the restaurant above, and Elizabeth says their own kitchen was no longer operational.
Can you talk me through some of these other photos? I mean,
that's
really
mould.
That's
all
mould
mould in the kitchen. So we had to operate the restaurant with cables like that hanging down.
This is despite paying an annual rent of close to $800,000.
You tell me I've got to pay rent in a restaurant that I can't actually operate.
When council refused to fix the issues, the long-term tenant was forced out, bringing a devastating end to their life's work.
We just got no response. So I just feel they've just wiped their hands. They don't want us in there and they feel that they've won.
Have you had to sell your home
We have sold our home, yeah.
for the restaurant?
Yes, all the money went back into the restaurant.
Because of the dispute and ongoing legal issues, Peter is unable to speak out. Elizabeth says the stress of the last few years has taken its toll.
What has this all done to you and your husband?
Well, obviously it's put pressure on our marriage because I wake up in the morning and my husband is looking at documents, where did we go wrong?
These hard workers now want compensation from council. All they're asking for is a fair go and a dignified exit.
So after 45 years of work and passion, winning awards and working very hard, so it's basically the end of a road.
All those years, and Bayside Council wouldn't comment on its standoff with the couple, but says now that the lease has come to an end, it's repairing the building.